Venezuela's communication minister Jorge Rodriguez has, of course, condemned these statements as provocations, as suggestions of a possible false flag. With Marco Rubio going as far to suggest that National Bolivar intelligence agents, Sabine agents, would open fire on opposition demonstrators in order to foment a political crisis and justify foreign intervention. And of course, I mean, that's exactly what happened on the 11th of April 2002, when Metropolitan Police officers, snipers, opened fire on opposition demonstrators, which provided the justification for the 47-hour coup that took place. And I mean, also we saw around 10 days ago that Juan Guaido, the president of the National Assembly, was himself arrested by rogue Sabine agents. That it was reported that they were sympathetic with the opposition and did so in order to as I said, foment a political crisis. So there definitely is a real concern about the United States giving the green light to these more radical sectors of the opposition, to go ahead with their regime change aspirations. I was in Venezuela and throughout 2017, and the situation, definitely the type of heating up the streets that we're seeing, these consecutive nights of violence. And I think it's important to note that, for example, at least in Propatria, in Katia, where a good friend of mine lives, that at least in the Isias Medina neighborhood, these were not young kids from the neighborhood. These were kids who were coming in from outside, who were destroying, looting and destroying public and private property, provoking confrontations, attempting to burn, torch down this Niño Simon Foundation, which is a social program. So I mean, this is these are not local actors. I can't speak for all areas of Caracas, but certainly the same pattern of young kids coming in from outside, maybe paid by the opposition, we don't know, to heat up the streets and create a climate of instability and ingovernability that justifies the attempts to overthrow the government. So I mean, that's the same pattern we saw in 2014 and 2017.